As readers and lifelong learners, we run into a lot of stories about prominent people throughout history, and sometimes it's hard to keep track on when in time all these people existed, and it's easy to get things muddled. In today's video, I want to show you an efficient way to create your own timeline, a technique that is not only fun but also provides a nice sense of progress as you read and learn more and more. You might ask, but why go through the trouble? I bet tons of people have already created timelines like this. Why can't I just use one of them and try to study it? Yes, you could do that, but then you kind of miss the point. Because with a list like that, there's no connection between you and the data in it. One of the big advantages of creating a timeline of your own is that it's based on your interests, your own experiences, your own emotional ties that you have to these people that you add to the list. What's on the list is actually secondary to the fact that you yourself created it. It's when we create that the magic happens. Just compare studying a map of ancient Greece and spending the same amount of time drawing your own map of the same area, and you will understand the difference. It's when we create that we create strong bonds between the brain and the information we try to memorize. All you need to get started is an empty text document. I use Evernote and Google Drive, but I'm sure there's other great softwares out there that you can use. The software you use is not important. And as I read, I start to jot down different interesting persons that I run into in my reading. In chronological order, I add their death and birth date. I also write one or two words about their role in history. Was it an inventor? Was it a founder of something, a philosopher? And so that I get some context. I also split my list into different epochs, so I know which era the person is from. The first obvious division I do is between AD and BC, but also the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, stuff like that, so I can see which people belong to what era of history. And as you enter more and more people into your timeline, you will have to place them in the right place and between your old entries, and that will give you a natural recap of the information, which will help you retain the information and improve your recall. One unexpected perk of keeping a list like this is that it's a great source for quiz questions with friends. I have brought it up several times, and we start to quiz each other. It's like, who came first, Nietzsche or Schopenhauer? It's actually quite fun. I also keep another list. You can have multiple of this. I have one where I track historical events and inventions. Stuff like, when did the penicillin get invented? When was the American Civil War? When did the Berlin Wall fall? Stuff like that. I really recommend this approach. It's super fun. And I've been keeping my list for years now, and I continue to build it. It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all. So let me know in the comments, what techniques do you use to remember history? I would love to know that, and I think other people would be interested in knowing your techniques as well. And for all of you who stayed to the end, thank you. And I think going forward, apart from doing book reviews every week, I will also start doing content like this, where I talk about how to become a better lifelong learner, build a stronger reading habit, stuff like that. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And also, if you have any ideas for topics for me to cover on this channel, let me know. I would love to solve actual problems that people have. So just write something in the comments. I'll be back next week, most likely with a book review of Eric Fromm's book, Escape from Freedom. Until then, have a great one and see you next week. You're out.